1 Kings 3 5 through 28. In Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night. And God said, Ask what I shall give thee. And Solomon said, Thou hast showed unto thy servant David my father great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth, and in righteousness, and in uprightness of heart with thee. And thou hast kept for him the great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne, as it is this day. And now, O Lord my God, thou hast made thy servant king instead of my father David. And I am but a little child. I know not how to go in or come out. And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people, that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant the understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this so great a people? And the speech pleased the Lord, and Solomon had asked this thing. And God said to him, Because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither asked for riches for thyself, nor have asked for the life of thine enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment, behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise understanding heart. So there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any rise like unto thee. And I have also given thee which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among kings unto thee all thy days. And if thou wilt walk in my ways, and keep my statutes and my commandments, as thy father did walk, then I will lengthen thy days. And Solomon awoke, and behold, it was a dream. And he came to Jerusalem, and stood before the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and offered up burnt offerings, and offered peace offerings, and made a feast to all his servants. Then came two women that were harlots unto the king, and stood before him. And one woman said, O king, my lord, I and this woman dwell in one house, and I was delivered of a child with her in the house. And it came to pass on the third day after that I was delivered, this woman was delivered also, and we were together. There was no stranger with us in the house, save us two in the house. And this woman's child died in the night, because she overlaid it. And she arose at midnight, took my son from beside me, whilst thy handmaid slept, and laid it in her bosom, and laid her dead child in my bosom. And when I rose in the morning to give my child suck, behold, it was dead. But when I considered it in the morning, behold, it was not my son which I did bear. And the other woman said, Nay, but the living is my son, and the dead is thy son. And this they said, No, but the dead son is thy son, and the living son is my son. Thus they spake before the king. Then the king said, The one saith, This is my son that liveth, and thy son is dead. And the other saith, Nay, but the son that is dead, and my son is living. But the king said, Bring me a sword. And they brought a sword before the king. And the king said, Divide the living child in two, and half to the one, and half to the other. Then spake the woman, whose the living child was, unto the king, for her bowels yearned upon the son, and said, O my lord, give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. But the other said, Let it be neither mine nor thine, but divide it. Then the king answered and said, Give her the living child, and no wise slay it, she is the mother thereof. And all Israel heard the judgment which the king had judged, and they feared the king, for they saw the wisdom of God was with them to do judgment.